Bonus episode of the podcast. Whoa, this is a good one today. Me, Miles Teller, Mark Sanchez. Heard of Top Gun? Well, guess what? Now you get to see one of the stars of it. This episode was taped a little bit ago, January 2020, right before something called COVID. We went to the Super Bowl, and Mark Sanchez and I, when we had a podcast called Fourth and Forever, interviewed Miles Teller for Top Gun. The chat was great. It got pushed back and held on to because the movie got delayed because Tom Cruise calls the shots. So I wanted to throw it up so you guys could hear some good times between three strapping lads. Enjoy this episode. Go see Top Gun. It's fucking bonkers. Miles is a gangster and a rising superstar, and we talked all things Top Gun, Philly sports, Super Bowl. So enjoy it, and follow those guys on Instagram and Twitter at Mark Sanchez and Miles Teller. Me at Adam Ray Comedy. This weekend, tonight and tomorrow, I'm in San Diego at the Mic Drop Comedy Club. 2 shows, Mic Drop Comedy Club, new club, 7 and 9:30. Come out. Tickets at adamraycomedy.com. It's going to be a blast. New club. Can't wait. All the rest of my dates are at adamraycomedy.com. Got Pittsburgh coming up, Vegas, La Jolla Comedy Store, Kansas City, Arizona, Boston, all at adamraycomedy.com. All the merch is there as well. We got new pickles, taught me how to shimmy hoodies and Adam Ray hoodies. Go check it all out. My special Live from San Fran Punchline is up on my YouTube channel. Go check that out. And enjoy your fucking weekend. Now that we got the tour dates, Twitter handles, and merch info out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy a brand new episode of the About Last Night podcast with me, Mark Sanchez, and Miles Teller.
Hey, it's Herbert. And you're listening to the About Last Night podcast, you slippery little son of a bitch. About last night.
Back to Fourth and Forever. Adam Ray, Mark Sanchez, and Miles Teller in the house. Make some noise.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
You guys can feel free to clap too.
Feel free to clap or just
the invisible people behind the camera.
Dude, they're just staring, man. They're staring.
If
at
I can
you.
see you.
No love.
You can see me. Feel free to interact.
Miles, we were just talking about the weather in Florida, which is a great kickoff to any good conversation. But is this you're used to the humidity, yeah?
Yeah, I grew up in Florida. I was in the Northeast in South Jersey till I was about 12, and then I moved down to Florida. Grew up 4 hours north of here, a little place called Citrus County. It's the manatee capital of the world.
What?
Really?
How many manatees do you have to be the capital?
The most.
Good answer.
The most.
Not a yeah. No one's going to challenge that fact.
No, but you had an interesting, we were talking about, I said in
bugs.
Central Florida we have these love bugs.
Yeah.
And they're connected because they're always kind of mating.
They're constantly
and
penetrating.
Said you think out of all
the creatures.
Yeah.
And I like to say creatures versus species.
Yeah.
I think out of all the creatures, I think bugs
Are doing a lot of work.
are fucking the most.
Now on this show, do you guys have somebody back there checking stats?
We don't have a
you
bug
can,
stat
That's what
guy.
I'm here for.
Oh, that's what I'm for.
We rely on
I'm
our
not
guests
a
for
scientist. I've never claimed to be a scientist.
Well, not
all
with
my
that attitude.
opinions on this show are completely and entirely my own. But I said, because obviously, people know that dolphins
They get
do
down.
have sex for pleasure.
Yeah.
And there was this guy I found, when I was in high school, I found this guy who had kept a very, very detailed journal of all the times that he had mated with a dolphin.
What?
A male?
Yeah, like a guy, yeah.
Did you turn him in?
And it's so detailed that it's like true. He would sneak into aquariums and stuff.
No.
And he said,
What?
Oh yeah, he would talk about he would refer to some of them as like a former lover, and she was brutally killed by a boat, or something. And
Is this your next movie role?
That's my next movie role.
I love that.
It's
Can I be the dolphin? Hello?
It's time for a
I
sip.
play a great dolphin.
Let me hear your dolphin sound.
Yikes.
No?
You're hired.
Not bad.
You're hired.
Wait, I don't even get to audition for this?
No,
All
it's,
right. One up.
Sorry, man.
Wow, just a straight offer to Sanchez, huh?
Direct booking.
Yeah.
Minority. Wait, is there, you grew up in Downingtown, Pennsylvania?
I was born in Downingtown. I actually think I was
Downingtown.
born in Coatesville, which is right next door. But yeah, I've claimed Downingtown, and then I moved to Georgia, and then I moved to Delaware, and then I moved to South Jersey, and then I moved to Florida.
Why so much?
Is all this good for sound?
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's fine, right?
It's all Top Gun press.
Free
stats.
production value.
Top Gun.
Yeah, that's Tom keeping an eye on me.
He's got
We're gonna
that.
He always
into
keeps
Top
an eye on
Gun.
me. I think it's out of love, but I also think he's like, no, I'm keeping an eye on you.
Now, if
Love
Tom
bug.
Cruise,
Yeah.
if Tom Cruise keeps tabs on you, does he call it cruise control?
Ooh.
Oh my.
We're done.
You know, I don't know. But I don't mind a good Tom pun, I guess.
I get it.
Is he funny? Is he a fun, like, can he joke around on set, or is he all business all the time?
No, I mean, look, on this movie was pretty, there's definitely a lot of fun to be had.
Yeah.
And I think it's like just a classic movie where it's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you feel a lot of different things. But it was so difficult to film, just as far as what we needed to accomplish in these jets. I mean, the fact that we were, Tom set up a training program. It was 3 months of really detailed, intense flying for us before we started filming, so that we could get up in the F-18s and pull 7.5 Gs and not just be puking,
Jesus.
the whole time. So
7.5 Gs, what does that mean?
it's like 1,600 pounds of pressure.
Force, right?
Yeah, the force.
Whoa.
Yeah, so once you get up there, 7.5 Gs is kind of the max performance of the aircraft, but it's really, it's impressive. So if you're flying and you start, pulling some heavy Gs, and if you're flying and you got to, look around because you're training for air-to-air combat,
Sure.
and if you have to look for this plane behind you, I mean, you're doing, you're breathing, you're doing this thing called a hic maneuver, and it literally feels like this, where you're just like,
It's crazy.
and that is,
That was awesome.
yeah,
dude.
you're doing that.
Fucking,
Did
you're a
you
real
throw up?
actor, man.
I didn't throw up half the. There was like 6 kind of new pilots,
Yeah.
and half of them were puking even up until the last day. Like, it was never, even for me, man. Like, I was always, and I would, first 30 minutes are cool. You're ripping around, and then you would start getting like a slight nausea feeling,
Yeah.
and then you're just kind of, you feel like you're about to puke, and you just kind of, you have to just keep going.
Hold it back. So how many times total were you in a plane?
I think total, I mean, in the F-18, 20 some hours. The most hours of any civilian. Me and all the guys that, that were in the film. But yeah, it's and also, I guess, for reference, the one guy, Glenn Powell, who's in the movie.
Yeah.
He's getting his pilot's license, I think, on Wednesday. So after we finished production, he only needed about, a handful more flights to be able to take the test and get his pilot's license.
Wow.
Wow.
So when they give you kind of the outline of like the prep and the all the training that's required for the movie, does that like scare you or excite you? Have you ever been given like a sheet of what you're gonna have to go into and been like, fuck, dude, maybe this is gonna be too much? Or does you always welcome the challenge?
I was pretty ignorant, I think, on the amount of training. I didn't think it was going to be what it was. A lot of components going on. There's some specific things for my character that I had to train on that was unique. Also, because we had to get certified through the Navy just to be able to fly in these jets over water.
Right.
In case we ever had to eject over water, we had to
That's a
pass the
possibility.
Navy aviator overwater survival training. So we go down to San Diego. They call it like swim fizz. So we go down to San Diego and do all these different things, kind of culminating all these kind of stress tests in the water,
Sure.
culminating in they put you in a dunker, which is kind of a chassis that you get kind of looks like a train car with 3 walls and 1 opening here, which you can never exit. If you ever go out that way, you failed it. But you get strapped to the chair, you get blindfolded, and they now start lowering this thing, the dunker. They start lowering the water. So you're just sitting there, you feel the water kind of raise up. You take your last breath, the water now is over your head, and then it slowly turns upside down, and then you have to calmly, and there's people under there in scuba, people under there making sure you remain calm and you keep certain points of contact, and then you're either the guy who has to break open a window and get out, or you're the person behind him who now has to
Hope that he breaks the window.
So you're upside down. So instead of climbing across chairs like this, you're upside down. You get out of your straps, which I think there was 4, and then you're climbing the seats like this, and you're blindfolded, and you're underwater, and you're upside down. So you're basically getting waterboarded.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was like, dude, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I don't need to be, no offense, Tom, but like, you do you. Nobody else is in your lane, man. Like, I don't, give me some comedy lines or something. But yeah, so that was that.
Do you think Tom Cruise has a hand in like deciding how insane the stunts are? Because this guy, I feel like, to me, is the ultimate.
There's a lot of
I mean, he
stuff.
does everything,
a lot
right?
of
Like
his
there's
own though, right? Too.
He does all of his own, but people, and people forget just like, this is also the guy who, Risky Business and Born on the 4th of July and Magnolia and Interview with a Vampire and Jerry Maguire. Like the guy is an incredible actor. Last Samurai, I mean, he was
awesome.
working with,
Martial
sword
arts.
for, 10 hours a day when he did The Color of Money. He's doing
Yep.
pool for 10 hours a day. The guy's just kind of I don't know. He just focuses on something, and anything that's taking away from that, it's kind of like that Mamba mentality, right? Like anything that's taken away from that, he gets rid of.
Yeah.
And truly, so everything he's working on everything he's doing is working towards that goal. I mean, Tom ran down the tallest building in the world.
Yeah.
Connected by a single wire.
Yeah.
That's
The
incredible.
first stunt coordinator they got, Tom said, "This is the stunt I want to do. I've been thinking about this for 10 years." Tom said this to
It
the
was his
stunt
idea.
coordinator.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
And the stunt coordinator said, "That's impossible. You'll never be able to do that." So the story goes, so Tom fired that guy, and they
Don't tell Tom Cruise he
gonna
can't
leave.
do
and
something.
he got a new
Don't say
and they
don't.
got a new stunt coordinator. But Tom was telling me he had to like retrain because you're running down just based on the altitude, and he needed these harnesses. So it was all about like blood circulation, and he was telling me he like
It cuts off the
retrained.
circulation.
He like had to retrain, and then he has to like jump while he's going down a 2. So he had to like
Oh.
retrain like blood circulation through his.
What the fuck?
I mean, do you guys ever?
I have a
like,
hard
Wim
time
Hof,
chewing and
you know,
drinking
Wim
at the
Hof
same
is.
time. Yeah.
So
Who's
he's
that?
this guy he does all of these like really gnarly. It kind of centers around like breathing techniques, but it's all about finding comfort and slowing down your heart in uncomfortable situations. So
Right.
he climbed Everest in board shorts. He sat in an ice bath for 4 hours. His core body temperature never dropped. He ran a marathon in the desert with no water. He does all these things that he say tribes have been doing for forever. But he donated himself to science so that they could
That's pretty cool.
kind of come out with some more studies and research on it.
See,
That's incredible.
That guy's really interesting.
so Tom's got access to
Laird
these guys.
Hamilton does some of that
Yeah.
stuff. Kind of, he does the underwater like weights
Right.
and high stress underwater.
Did you talk to Tom about? I mean, he was cool on set, obviously very focused, hyper focused, and all that. But
Yeah.
did you talk about any of his other movies? I know you said last night at dinner there's a Tom Cruise day.
Yeah, in
Can you tell him
Japan
about
apparently
that?
there's a Tom Cruise day. Now
From
I
Last
did say
Samurai.
this to people who live in Tokyo, and they said that's false. But then
Then
as
called
we can
Tom
all
and they
do
were
now,
fired immediately.
we can
They were
just
out.
like go on our phone and say, I mean, it does say, I don't know how seriously people take the holiday. I don't know if kids are getting a half day of school
late
or
start.
what. Late start. Yeah, Tom Cruise Day, late start. Show up when
No
abs.
homework.
Tom Cruise Day.
Tom Cruise
What would
day.
Tom do?
Yeah, what would Tom do? Tom would be there on
no,
time.
he'd be
He'd
there.
actually be there.
Yeah.
He'd be there very
Yeah.
early.
Extra credit
Yeah, if you're
already
on time,
done.
you're late.
Yeah.
And if you're
Oh,
late,
is that
you're
how he
fired.
is? I love it.
What is the
It's
day?
just he's the first one in, last one to leave, and it's kind of just because obviously what's happened, with Kobe,
Yeah.
it
Well, tell us about your relationship with Kobe because
yeah
you're obviously a huge fan of his. He's a Philly guy.
yeah, Philly guy, but then also I'm all Philly except for baskets. I'm actually a Laker fan because my dad was a Laker. No,
I'll take one from a long distance.
are you a Knicks fan or
I'm a
something?
Sonics fan, but we don't have a team anymore. So I became a
Yeah.
Laker fan.
Dude, Sonics and NBA Jam.
Come on,
Fucking
dude.
Kemp, baby.
If you
John
don't go
Kemp.
Kemp and Peyton,
You remember when Kemp, they wouldn't let him on the Olympic team because he was too sexual with his dunk. He
Yeah.
would like grab his crotch and
Yeah.
stuff. True story.
do you want him to not grab his? What would you do if you dunked?
I don't have a strong opinion either way on what,
But what would you do
on what
if you
Sean
dunked?
Kemp was doing after he just put the ball in the hoop. What you drop,
Act
what
like
you
you've been
grab
there,
it
Sean.
afterwards. Act like you've been there before. He's like, that is what I'm doing.
Maybe he was. That's a pretty good Sean Kemp.
I did this
Is it?
before.
I don't think I've
let-
ever heard Sean Kemp do an interview. I don't know.
It sounds a little bit like Cookie Monster. I think that's what. Yeah. Wait. So what?
Okay, go back. Tell me.
Laker
Kobe,
fan
yeah.
became because of your dad or what?
Yeah, so I got Lakers from my dad. I got Notre Dame from my dad.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry. Well, I'm not even gonna. Don't worry about it.
fine, man. And yeah, so after Kobe saw Whiplash, I was just reading some GQ article, and he was talking about Whiplash and how much he really dug that movie. Thank you, Scotty. Scotty, the man behind the curtain.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah, guys.
That's right. I'm all set on hotel coffee, but you guys, let's go ahead and drink the Bucks.
Nice.
Drink that good stuff. I'll take this already cold when I got it coffee.
It's an iced coffee.
Without the ice.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
With the iced coffee size this
Don't
small.
touch me, Mark.
Sorry, Dad.
With the iced coffee this small, do you like?
It's a big straw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The straw to cup ratio is a little off.
We got a problem.
Yeah.
I think that's a Miami move.
Yeah. If you did that to Tom Cruise, you're out.
And then
Right?
and you have the big one.
And a little straw.
Hold it
Straw's
up.
a little short.
I would
switch
close
with
up.
you,
Straw's
but
a little
not
short.
Not now.
Dude. Is that a power move? Did you set that up?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be weird? Like a weird guy thing to do to just
Bigger
always kind of
straw,
have the
dude.
upper hand, and then you
It's
give
like
him
a
that small.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, who's sitting first and who's always got the good seat type of thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The big chair, so good.
But yeah, but
Okay,
Kobe,
so
so I'm
Kobe
reading
watches
this. I'm reading,
Whiplash?
yeah, he watches Whiplash, and I read about it, and so I just tweeted out. I was like, man, at Kobe Bryant talking about Whiplash and GQ just made my life's highlight reel. You know, Lake Show,
So cool.
24 fan, forever, whatever. And then pretty soon after that, honestly, I think within a couple of minutes or hours, whatever, Kobe started following me. So then I sleep on it. Next day, I'm like, well, I got to send him a message now that that is an open.
It
now
is.
that I can, I have to send him a message.
He only
Now
follows a
that
handful
we're
of people.
Now I
boys.
follow a handful of people, and so I sent him a message, half-heartedly thinking, he would respond, and half-heartedly thinking he's gonna, I don't know, he's gonna go back and unfollow me or something. Whatever.
But that's the worst that would happen.
You don't feel like you can
Huge fan.
touch
Unfollow.
your heroes in that way.
Yeah.
And I don't throw around the word hero, but it's truly somebody that just, his rookie year I was like 9, so it's just my guy. Him and Jeter were always two guys I felt like were kind of in the same era. Did it
1,000%.
No doubt.
two different ways, but just
They had superstar energy before they even got into the game.
that's called BSE, big superstar energy.
I love that.
Yeah, you like that? So
Or big straw energy.
big straw.
You got that, dude.
Yeah. Big straw energy.
Start that. That's a new hashtag after this
Big
episode.
straw energy.
Miles Teller, big straw energy.
Nice.
Big straw energy.
I'd buy that shirt. I'd wear that shirt.
Twice.
So anyway, I just sent a message just saying, hey, I just watched Muse. Do you remember that documentary?
Oh, yeah.
we did?
Yeah, so good.
We're so lucky to have that now.
I just rewatched Doing Work.
That was on yesterday.
there's so much
Yeah.
stuff to go back and consume. But so what? So
So I just sent a message just saying, hey, Kobe, I just watched Muse. I really, found it really insightful, and I related to it in some ways. And Kobe responded immediately, and he actually, I was just thinking about this the other day because obviously, I'm going back and looking through, whatever, and he said, he's like, Miles, he's like, I made that movie for people like us, to where wanting to be great shouldn't be looked at as a negative. Because Kobe early on in his career, they're like, "Oh, you're cocky." He's like, "No, I just have high expectations for myself." But I just thought, and that's, and this story is not to flatter myself in any way or put me in the same company as Kobe. It was more the fact that he, after seeing probably one of my movies, said us. This is Kobe Bryant,
really
and he's putting me and him in the same camp.
it's crazy.
It was just crazy. And then so we're trading some messages. And then he's like, "Here's my cell phone," and then we start texting, and then we started, when we would see each other out and stuff, a handful of times. He always after he won the Oscar, I remember going to the Vanity Fair party, and he sees me from 40 feet away, man. There's all these people there. He just won an Oscar. He's Kobe, and he sees me, and he's like, "Miles." He's like, "How crazy?" He's like, "First the Eagles, now this." He's like, "How crazy, man."
Oh my
How
God.
cool is that?
Sought you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, in all fairness, dude, Whiplash
so cool.
is fucking unreal.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like
thanks.
yeah,
Loved
dude. I remember.
I made it for people like us.
Thank you.
Hey man,
people
until
like-
I get a real coffee, there's a reason we're on separate couches. Truly, dude, when I saw the trailer for that movie, I was like, oh, there's no way that this doesn't back up the hype that I'm getting from just watching that trailer. And I know that you played, I think, sax, right, in high school?
I played sax. I started with piano when I was a kid.
Right.
Saxophone I picked up in 5th grade. Played up until my freshman year of high school.
I played the clarinet, so
Nice, woodwinds,
woodwinds
yeah.
like us.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark. Woodwinds like us.
Yeah.
Got to stick together. Wait, so you obviously had some musical abilities, but drum is
My sister played clarinet, and it always pissed me off that she could play the saxophone very well, but I could not play the clarinet.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The transition.
Clarinet's a nice instrument.
Clarinet guy?
Nice sound.
You are?
Sounds real good. The
I
sax,
like a
though,
good oboe, too.
but dude,
Whoa.
the girls like the sax. There's no girl that's like, did you hear Adam plays the clarinet? Like, I think I'm gonna fuck up. Like that. Nobody says that. Ever.
Yeah.
No.
When did the drums become a part
You think
of
the
it?
clarinet was the deal breaker?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I like.
never got over it.
I don't think I like the tone in which you asked that question, Miles.
We asked the questions, Miles.
Wait,
Well, no, I'm just saying these girls are very narrow-minded then.
They are.
If you check all the boxes, but you play the clarinet.
Yeah.
Right.
But also that's...
she wasn't for me,
But honestly,
and I'm clearly over it.
at a certain
No,
age...
where's
yeah.
my camera, Janet? God damn it! No,
Janet?
yeah,
It's a made-up name.
6th grade.
Maybe it's
Janet Matta. She's married now.
not. Oh, nice.
Whoa.
I go back and check on Facebook.
Yeah, no, I think Janet knows very well right now that you check on her.
She was my first girlfriend. You don't check out what
That's
your
an
first girlfriend's
unfollow.
doing?
That's an unfriend.
Nope, I've
Well, you're
never-
married now.
Nope. Yep.
Do it,
What, do you remember
Janet.
your first girlfriend?
Get rid of him.
Nope.
Your second girlfriend.
Never had one.
Your first hug.
Just Kelly, baby. Nice.
Just Kelly, baby.
Oh, nice.
No, for sure. Yeah,
Good
my
plug.
first makeout.
There we
it was
go.
In, I was 11, and it was during Titanic. No, scratch that. It was in the rain outside of like a trailer.
Whoa, this story just got
And
way
then it
weirder.
was, but then Titanic was like Makeout Central because it's a 3-hour
was.
movie,
So
epic
long.
love story.
So
It's so long.
There's a lot of good breaks for makeouts, right?
Do you like Titanic? It's kind of long. Would have shaved an hour off myself, you know.
Would have
I
gone
guess it was
from
the
boarding the
director's
ship
cut
to
or
drowning.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so okay, so drums though you played casually in church, right?
I played before that. I always wanted to be in a band, and so I was playing guitar, and I realized I just knew 20 guys better at guitar than me. So I said, well, if I get a drum kit, I'm the only guy kind of in my neighborhood with a drum kit. Like, people will come and play with
And
me.
what age was this?
This was like freshman year of high school. I
Oh, okay.
asked for a drum
That's
kit.
when you started.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's when I started
My little man's into drums.
I
dude.
know.
He got a drum set for
I know.
Christmas. He loves it.
playing the AC/DC.
AC/DC
Yeah.
and what's the White Stripe song? The Seven Nation Army.
Oh,
He
nice.
loves it, dude.
Nice.
Loves it.
Did you have a band
You
name?
gotta have a
picked
lot
out?
of patience to be a parent.
Dude, I
For
got
a
him
drummer.
headsets because it's so loud for his ears because his
He's
ears are
pounding
still
away.
developing.
Yeah.
I need headsets, bro. It's
Yeah.
so loud in the house. We got to take breaks constantly. So
And if you're the drummer, as he gets older, band practice more times than not is going
It's
to be
gonna
at
be
the
there.
drummer's
Yeah.
house.
he's got the home
Yeah.
base.
Although
Great.
we've made quite a lot of noise at your house when you. It's funny, Mark. We were chatting. We were like, when did we first meet? I'm like, dude, I had been to your house so many times with you not there. I think
Sounds about right.
And yeah,
Oh yeah, you were telling me like these parties and you would house
So,
for people.
When I first moved into my place, I didn't have any furniture. That's probably when we first met. I didn't have furniture. I got like rental furniture and consignment furniture.
Right.
And there were like 3 or 4 people who got married right when I bought my place in those next few months. And the after party of the wedding became my place, and I needed to get my floors redone. So that became the dance floor. Dude, it was a disaster. There was confetti on the ceiling for 4 years after Scotty's
Is it
birthday.
still there? Was
It
there a moment
just
when
fell
one
down.
little piece like
It
dribbled
just
down?
fell down. It was this orange piece of confetti
Oh.
stuck
has
to
the
the ceiling.
audience met Scotty?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they know
Okay.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Real
So
well.
yeah,
All too
Scott.
well.
Yes, Scotty is our mutual friend. I've known
Yeah.
Scotty for 8 years something at this point.
9 years, 9.5 years.
9 3/4 years. But who's counting?
First of all, when your Eagles won the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
where were you?
I was at the Super Bowl.
Holy shit!
I was 50. I got
Oh,
lucky.
you went. I
I
didn't
was.
know you went.
Yeah, I was filming a show.
He just said he went, Mark.
He
Keep
went.
going, Miles.
He was there.
Yeah, I got lucky. I had Monday off, so they put me. NFL gave me. I was like 50-yard line, 3 rows back in Patriots section. So I was thinking, this kid I'm either gonna hate this.
It's gonna go 1 of 2 ways.
Yeah, it's gonna go one of 2 ways.
You didn't
and it
contain
went,
your cheering, did
It
you?
went one way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a
for
game.
a minute there, it went 2 ways,
Yeah.
and then it went back to one way.
One
Now,
way.
are you the types of sports fan that if you are surrounded by the opposing team's fans, do you go, all right, let me like reel in my fandom a little bit, or do you go extra hard, or you just go, look,
I'm a
it's-
Philly sports fan.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
It's
What's
one speed.
Zebra Tiger can't change its stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll edit in
And
what the
neither
real
do
saying is,
zebras.
but yeah, for sure, yeah.
That's fine.
Zebras
Yeah.
and tigers.
But no, I mean, I was like, I'm not making personal attacks or anything on the people around me, but I'm rooting against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care where I'm still rooting, and that's just how it goes. If you're in an opposing stadium, your team wins, cool. Either way, you just beeline it out.
Yeah.
You just put your hat down and go. But during the game, I'm going to cheer, and after the game, if I'm in enemy territory, I'm gonna just cruise out.
And then you have your Eagles shirt on. Can you give us your favorite Eagles song?
I'm a big fan of this song on the Desperado album. It's called Bitter Creek.
Ooh, I've never heard that.
Last
Have
song,
you heard that?
second to last song on that album.
Whoa.
That's really nice.
Well,
How does it go?
We're gonna have to get the.
You just play it over
License
this
to-
if you can get the rights or
Hell
something.
yeah. No, we will.
Yeah.
We have the
Oh,
rights.
hell yeah, we will.
We have the rights to 2 Eagle songs and
Nice.
the soundtrack to Cool Runnings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that
movie.
Pretty good.
covers
Hans
everything.
Zimmer, man.
But no, I
Covers
told
everything.
I had somebody who's running out like grab me some clothes for this stuff, and I have some Eagle shirts obviously, but it's like, yo, pick me up some, if there's some throwback
Movie
Eagle
star,
stuff
man.
there,
Movie star.
pick it up. And so they came back with the band. And I said, well, I'm also
Wrong Eagles.
Hilarious.
also a huge
Biker,
Eagles
not
fan,
biker.
so-
Hilarious.
Yeah, biker, not biker.
Now, do you think that happens with someone?
Oh,
Do you think that happens if someone's like, "Yo, give me some Raven stuff," and they get an That's So Raven T-shirt?
that's
It's like I sure hope not.
I don't, yeah,
Love her work though.
yeah, big,
Well,
big
now,
fan.
with your Top Gun training, when you hear a plane, do you know what it is?
I mean, that's a commercial airliner for sure.
Fuck, dude. Hot take,
He's
Miles
good.
Teller, dude.
I don't know how
good.
hot that take is. I just
No.
think that's. But
Lukewarm.
no, you do. I do
lukewarm.
tend to look up a little more.
Do you?
Dude, they let us fly. So we flew. There's this group of pilots. They're called the Patriots, and they're basically the civilian version of Blue Angels.
Oh wow.
And the first time I went up with those guys, you go up in an L-39 and you're flying in formation. And I actually was flying the plane in formation. I was in the slot. I had the other plane pretty close to me, and then we did a loop in
Together?
in formation. Yeah,
Whoa.
and I did
incredible.
it.
Insane.
I landed the thing the first time. I didn't know it, and he said that was all you. I said, "What are you crazy? It's my first time."
I said that before.
Yeah, I know you have. You say that every time.
Yesterday.
100% of the time, whereas 50% of the time.
Favorite movie of yours that you've done?
They're all different,
Yeah.
truly. Just because they turn out the best doesn't mean I had the best time making them.
Oh wow.
Now, with that being said, I had a great time filming Whiplash, and I can look at my career and be like, yeah, Whiplash was the best,
Yeah.
the finish product I've
So
done.
far.
But, so far, yeah. Top Gun's going to be a hell of a movie.
It looks fucking insane. Miles
you.
Teller, you're the
Thank you.
man. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Zoa. Thanks, Rock. Guys, Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Hope you enjoyed that episode. It was a good one. A lot of laughs, a lot of tears, a lot of stuff to think about and chew on, huh? Because that's what life's all about, chewing on the good stuff. Nobody said that. Maybe Denzel did. Maybe Tom Hanks did. Maybe they said it together in Philadelphia. The point is, click subscribe right here on the ALN logo so you can get more episodes and stay up to date when new content drops. Highlights, animations, clips. It's all here for you, baby. I'll see you next time. Whoop, I don't know how to blink.